What's up guys? As one of the last things I need to do to get my kayak ready for a trip I'm going on, I'm going to be installing a side mounted trolling motor mount. So for this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to get this installed, and then hopefully I'll be able to test out the trolling motor on the water at the lake I'm going to. Now the nice thing is that everything you need is included and you only need a couple tools to get this done. A 7/16 ratchet or wrench, a just regular Phillips head screwdriver, and a 1/2-inch drill bit. If you can get those three tools, you can get this installed no problem. Now, one of the really great things that makes this really easy is that they actually have these divots molded into the side of the hull here, showing you exactly where you need to drill for the 3 outside mounting holes on the kayak mount. Aside from those 3, there's one more that gets installed inside here that you drill out once this piece is installed. There's only a couple things we need to take apart to make sure we have access to the underside so we can put a washer and nut on the inside. First thing we're going to do is remove the rod holder cover here. There's 5 screws. I highly recommend using hand tools whenever you're dealing with plastic boats or kayaks. It's just so easy to strip the holes out if you're using a power drill. Not to mention, these screws are very coarse threaded, you can see here, so it doesn't take many turns to just take them out. Okay, that's all 5. I'm just going to put these in the cup holder over here. So now this is going to come off, and we're going to have access to the 2 rod holders here. Take note of the direction that they're installed. They're angled like this, so the rods come out to the side. I think when I'm going to reinstall this, I may actually turn it so the rods go out the back. I think that might be more convenient, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and remove this one. This one can stay in place. You just need to be able to get under here for the bolts. Now, if you're setting up one of these kayaks yourself, you may have already installed your flotation pods on the interior of the boat. I already did, so right under this one, there is an inflatable flotation pod. So just make sure that when you're drilling this out, you're not ramming it all the way into the kayak. Just be gentle when you're doing these drilling. It's also plastic, so you don't need to push hard anyway. So as I mentioned, all of the hardware we need comes in the pack here. We've got screws, washers, and nuts for each mounting position. So to start, we're going to go ahead and line up our mount here, make sure everything lines up correct. Instructions do say to install these outer bolts first before we drill and install the last bolt. So now I'm going to go ahead and run these through the mount into the kayak. Just push right in. And now from the inside, we're going to do a washer first and then the lock nut. So my plan was to hand tighten these first, and then I'll come back with the screwdriver and wrench to tighten them down. Okay, now that I have these 3 hand tightened, let's go ahead and lock them down. So we're going to need to hold the screw steady with our screwdriver on the top, and then come in with the ratchet from the bottom. We have these 3 bolts now put in place. The last one is attaching this last bolt here. What I'm going to do is press this down to where it's going to get mounted. Then I'm going to drill out the hole and install the last bolt. All right, like I said, I'm going to press this down because that's where it's going to be once it's mounted. And we're going to drill straight down. And same thing, we're going to run a bolt from the top. That's secure. There is no play, there is no wobble. It is really nicely braced on here. Now we got to reinstall the last couple parts. So we have our rod holder. This was installed with the rod coming out at an angle like this. I think if I have it pointed towards the back, I might have a better chance of being able to use the rod. So with these lined up with the screw holes, there's these pegs here, which will lock them in place. We're going to set this right on top. There we go. And then we have our 5 screws that are going to go back in place. 5. All right, we go ahead and screw these in. All right, so at this point, the kayak mount is installed. Once I get out to the lake, I'm going to go ahead and hook up the trolling motor to it. We can test it out in the water and see how it goes. All right, guys, well, we just got out here to the lake. I've already got the kayak off the truck. Unfortunately, we got hit with a little bit of rain when we first got here, so I'm letting everything kind of dry out, but I got the kayak over here. Let me see what I need to do to get this cleaned up. Then I'm gonna pull it out, get everything mounted up, and we'll see how it looks. All right, so we're kind of doing this whole thing outdoor style, so this should be pretty fun. If you guys saw the unboxing and setup of the kayak video, you'll know which trolling motor I went with. This is the Haswing W20 trolling motor. This thing is so incredibly light. I think the total weight on this thing is like 5 or 6 pounds. I really wanted to find a nice light trolling motor to go on the kayak. That way I'm not upsetting the left to right weight balance of the kayak. All right, so the nice thing is that everything you need to get this installed, including the tools, comes in the box. First thing we need to do is take the prop bar that comes with it. Actually comes with an extra, which is nice. There's a hole in the center of the prop shaft. You're gonna slide this through. 2 tricks for this. Number 1, if you find that it keeps falling out, make sure you turn the shaft itself. Like you can actually slide this in and then turn the shaft. So it's, to avoid that. Another option is you can use a dab of grease. That will keep it from rusting for the future, which isn't bad to do either way, but it'll also kind of stick it in place with the viscosity of the grease, just so it doesn't go anywhere. But either way, once you have it in here, you want it centered, and then there's a slot on the propeller for it, and then we're gonna slide this on and match up to the bar. And then you'll know if it's right, if it's spinning the propeller, which you'll feel the resistance. Then we're gonna use a washer and a nylon lock nut. Again, everything's included, stainless steel hardware. And it actually comes with this tool for putting the nut on, which is really convenient, especially since I'm out in the wilderness right now. So you want to hold the propeller, get that tightened on, and as long as it spins freely afterwards, that feels good. No binding, you can feel the motor turning, so that's good to go. All right, so this battery is actually super cool, and I've been really excited to show it to you guys. I haven't done too much with it. I haven't even removed it from the box, but I did open it before my trip and charge it up just to make sure it was good to go. This is the Golden Mate. I went with a 30 amp hour battery. I wanted something that had enough power to keep this trolling motor running all day and any other accessories I end up putting on the kayak, but I wanted it super light, so I didn't add too much extra weight to the kayak. In total, I think this weighs about 15 pounds, maybe less. If I can find a weight on it, I'll let you know. But when I had originally got this, it was marketed as waterproof. I'm not 100% sure that's the product I ended up with. I'm gonna double check when I do editing, and I'll have a screenshot of the website and the product details on the screen right now. And if I did, that was one of the main reasons I wanted this battery, was that it was waterproof. That way, if the kayak flips, we can hopefully recover the battery without any damage to it. Now, to get this set up, super easy. I'm gonna lay it right here and see if we can test this out. Make sure everything works before we get it on the kayak. All right, now that I have the battery hooked up, let's watch these prop blades here and see if it turns on. I'm gonna set it to, right now it's on the 1 speed and forward. And then reverse. Good. And then now 2 speed. Oh yeah. And then reverse. And just another nice feature, this whole setup is so light, it makes it really easy to carry. So let's see if this fits here. Perfect. All right. So now I'm gonna get this clamped on. All right, that's nice and on there. Now the way this works is this cap here is a locking mechanism for the tilt. So when you have this tilted up, I can't really show it to you right now because we're not launched enough, but when this is down enough and it clips into here, this cap slots into this top ridge and that locks it from coming up. Then when you're ready to bring this back in, you're gonna have to just raise this up a little bit, and then it slides up and then notches into that position. Now the nice thing is that when we're not using this, we can have it all the way in and stowed down, and it's completely out of the way. Also, probably do it like that, or maybe even like that, yeah. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. So the handle comes down to stow it even further, so that you can ride it just like that and be completely out of the way. So this is actually how I'm gonna keep it for now. And then once we get on the water, I'll adjust my depth and everything, and we'll get it on there. Okay, so I'm all rigged up here. I got my tackle box, got a bottle of water. Just to show you, I'm really happy that I changed that built-in rod holder angle around. So now it's facing more towards the back of the boat. I really want to do that for the other side because you can see how much more it sticks out. See, like that? So I'd really like them more to be facing backwards. Don't need to worry about it right now, but just showing you something I need to do. All right, now I need to go take this down the steepest, longest boat ramp I've probably ever had to deal with. Shouldn't be that big of a problem considering we got wheels, but let's see how it goes. Another nice thing about having the light trolling motor and battery is that it doesn't add too much weight to what I'm doing here. Oh, okay. Oh, hit some rocks. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know if I'm able to record myself getting on this thing, but I'm gonna do my best. It's gonna be really embarrassing if I fall, but if I do, I'm leaving it in the video. Okay, not bad. Let's get out on the water and try this trolling motor out. There we go. Nothing like that feeling of just getting on the water. All right, so just a quick assessment here. See what I can show you guys. I got everything behind me here. Now, it's not supposed to rain anymore, but it is pretty overcast, so I want to get to the testing as soon as I can. First thing I'm going to do is loosen up the trolling motor shaft. This is going to slide out now. Okay. Okay, I'm probably going to want this up a little bit for me, maybe like right there. So let's go up a little bit and tighten this down. Gotta do this one-handed. Okay. Make sure I got full clearance. I don't hear it hitting the kayak. Let's start with it on low and forward and listen for it hitting the kayak. No, it did not. Okay. All right, so at this point, I have the trolling motor launched, and let's see how this thing steers. I've never used a side mounting trolling motor before, so when I have it pointing forward, it is turning us since it's on the side, so that makes sense. So let me point it a little bit outward. See what I need to do to straighten this up. I'll tell you, even low has enough power to move this around, so we just got to get the angles right to move forward. Another nice thing about having a slightly less power trolling motor is that you're not going to throw yourself off if you turn it the wrong way. We've also got a little bit of wind and current going on here. Okay, that's to the dock, so let's turn away from the dock. Okay, so it seems like on low, I could almost use this like pedal assist on an e-bike, where when I paddle, I'm just getting much further strokes with very gentle paddling. So that's pretty cool so far. We're tracking pretty straight, which is nice. Okay, we're going pretty straight now, going pretty straight. Once I get this lined up so we're staying straight, I'll kick it up into level 2. But I don't want to do circles at a level 2. Not too bad though, it's moving us. All right, I'm gonna point at the ramp and see how straight we can stay. All right, I think we're ready for level 2. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, we're moving now. All right, I'm gonna practice this for a minute and then I'll get back when I'm ready to share more info. Well, unfortunately, we definitely got rained out, but that was a lot of fun. All I can say is, thank God that thing has wheels, because towing that up this ramp, that almost took me out. just a really quick outro. I freaking love this kayak. The trolling motor is working out really, really well. If you guys want to see more videos with this kayak and the other mods I do to it, don't forget to subscribe. I've got a lot of great things coming up for it and a lot of places I want to take it. Thanks for watching.